in my kitchen. My name is Luann Pygott, and tonight I am baking, and I'm baking a brand new recipe called, brand new for me, lemon meringue cupcakes. It says easy recipes. I don't know how easy this is, but we're going to see. Look how good that looks. So it is a lemon cupcake. It has a lemon filling in there. I don't know if you can kind of see it. And lemon meringue topping. Isn't that interesting? Lemon meringue cupcakes. All right, let's flip around my camera here and give this a try. I'm going to have this here at my little mixer. And I'm going to start with the cake. This gives you the directions to start with the filling, but I want to make the filling while the cakes are cooking. Otherwise, we're just going to stand here waiting for the cakes to cook. So let's make the cupcakes. This makes 12 cupcakes, by the way, so it's not a whole lot. If you want more, I guess you would need to double this. Okay, so we're going to start with half a cup of unsalted butter. So that's a stick of butter. And I'm going to put that down in here. And I got these little butters that are the half sticks. I didn't do that on purpose. I grabbed them and they look just like the other ones. And I got home and I went, oh, they're the half sticks. But they're the same thing. So there we go. There's half a cup of butter. This is like one of the first times that I'm actually making the whole recipe. I'm not cutting it down, because it only makes 12 cupcakes, so I won't have a whole lot of leftovers. So that's a half a cup of unsalted butter, 1 cup of sugar. So let us, here, I'm going to put this over here. There's my sugar in my recipe. And we're going to do 1 cup. Where's my lid? There it is. Here's my 1 cup of sugar into our bowl, and we're going to cream those together. There's 1 egg I'm putting in. Then we are going to add, it says you're going to add lemon juice, baking powder, and salt. Okay, so we're going to have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Ooh, I don't even know if I have 2 teaspoons in this, in my little can here. Let's see if I do. I have more, but I'm trying to empty this out, so. Nope, it's not quite 2 teaspoons. Okay, so we emptied that little can. Let me go get some more. Hold on here. Didn't realize we did not have enough in there. Okay, this is baking powder. Oh, that one's empty too. Okay, so let's do the new one. I still have one. Okay, here we go. Baking powder. Now let's do that so you can see what we're doing. I actually have a mess I've already made over here. I haven't hardly started. I'm making a mess. Alright. Let me unseal this here. Okay. Here's the start of what I had. A little bit on there, but it's just not quite enough. I love this little leveler. Get these with the leveler. Oh, they're so cute. The thing is, this is a big spoon. Not quite enough. There we go. Alright, 2 teaspoons. This is a double teaspoon. That's why it's not working. It's too big. 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. This seems like an awful lot of salt in just to put in 12 cupcakes, but hey, I didn't make up this recipe. Okay, there's a teaspoon of salt. There might be some salty cupcakes, I don't know. Teaspoon of salt. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Well, let's mix this. Sounds like a lot of salt to you for 12 cupcakes. Oh, no, that's to me. Okay, we're going to mix that in. Okay, then let's do, well, we've done put it in there now, so we're going to see what it turns out to be. So we're going to cut our lemon over here. I'm going to squeeze the lemon. I'm going to cut these little ends off so it'll fit in my squeezer. Okay. I want to move my recipe here so I hopefully don't get it wet. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. All right, here we go. I love these squeezers. They work really fast. Watch. Poof, we're done. Okay. Half 1, half 2. Let's see how much that is. Okay. Let's see how much we have here. 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Let me get this. Alright, here we go. So this is a tablespoon and a half measurer. 1.5 tablespoons. Yep. So this will, I'll just need 2 of these right here. Here we go. Lemon juice. 1. I think that's going to be like that whole lemon. Look at that. Look at that. Like exact. Okay. That never happens, does it? Then we're going to mix that in. Where we're at here. Beat in flour until just combined. Okay, we're going to need 1.5 cups of flour. That's regular plain flour. All-purpose flour. Okay, what did I say? 1.5 cups? This is the first time I've really even read this recipe, so I'm like double checking myself. This is 1.5 cups measure. So I'm going to take my little whisk. This is how I always do the flour, and you're going to stir your flour with a whisk. This is in lieu of sifting. So it will keep your flour from being packed, and it won't make a real heavy cake because it's not going to be too much flour. Okay, so I'm going to scoop up the very light flour that I have stirred, and then I'm going to take this knife and tap it down in there, level it off. There's your 1.5 cups of flour. Oh, I need one. I need like a camera person to turn my camera. There we go. 1.5 cups of flour, and we're going to, it says just till combined. Okay, there we go. Then we are going to put them in cupcake cups. Move this out of the way. Here are my cupcake cups. And I have them already over here with the little papers, and I'm going to take this down, get my batter. And you see this does not make a whole lot of batter. So this is, it's only going to make 12 cupcakes. But I don't want a whole lot. I probably would have cut it in half if it wasn't already small. Okay, I'm just getting all the batter off of the beater. So now you're going to have your oven on 375. That's a little high for most cakes, but that's what it says. So 375 it is. Got the oven preheating. all the batter off of this. Okay, there we go. Then I am going to take this little thing right here, ice cream scoop. I am going to scoop out the batter and put in these. That's probably way too much. Let's cut that down. That still looks like too much. Well, I want to put whatever fits in, 12 of these. I have one that's jumping across the way over here. There. I'm not real sure how far to fill these because I don't know how much it's going to take to go into 12 of these, but I'm about to find out. This is kind of a fluffy batter. Let me see what it says. Divide between the 12. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Okay, now let's take what little bits left. Top off some of these that have less in it, like that one. I hope this is a good cake, not just a good, once I get all the stuff on it. But, when you have a good cake batter, that's nice. Let's see what we get here. Scraping this out here. These look like they're going to be ginormous. That they're going to bake up out of these cups. But we shall see. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do that. And I've got some of the batter in here too. So this will be interesting if you ever had a cupcake with a meringue topping. Not a meringue icing, but like just meringue. That's what this is going to be. So it's going to be like a lemon meringue pie, only it's a lemon meringue cupcake. Okay, so I'm scraping up the rest of this batter from the bowl. And let's see, where do we need to put it? You can hear the music playing in the other room. I've got the television on the Christian music station, which is like almost all I can listen to anymore now. Just some nice Christian music. That's what I use the TV for right now. And it's playing Tell Your Heart to Beat Again. I don't know if you've ever heard that song. It's kind of the story of my life thing. Tell Your Heart to Beat Again. Okay, so there we have our cupcakes. Well, tap it down a little bit. So then you are going to bake this at 375. Let me see what it says. 15 to 16 minutes until the center of the cakes firm up. Remove from the oven, cool 5 to 8 minutes, and don't turn off the oven. All right, then. Okay, so put them in here. We will set it for 15 minutes, and we'll look at them. Okay, so while we're doing that, I think I'm going to go ahead and make the meringue. I don't know if it matters which one I make first. Let's make the filling. So I'm going to go over to the stove because this is where we're going to make our filling. Is the stove, and there's my pan. I'm trying to get this wants to tip on me, and I really don't want it to tip. Let's see if I can weight it down. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so there's my little pan. So then we're going to make, it has like a lemon pudding filling, or it's like a lemon curd, a lemon filling. So what we're going to do with that for the filling, on low heat, we're going to whisk egg yolks, sugar, flour, salt, lemon zest, lemon juice, water, and melted butter. Okay, it's got kind of a lot of things, not a big amount of them. But let's start. Well, I've already got the melted butter. I got that ready. And then it's going to take 3 egg yolks. So let's, I want you to see what I'm doing. Let's go over here first. Before we do that. There. Okay, here's my little mess over here. So we're going to start with, we need some lemon juice. We're going to need another 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. So let's squeeze another lemon. Go ahead and get that ready, because I need this ready if I'm going to start getting everything hot. Okay, so let's squeeze that into there. Another lemon. Okay. Another one. Let's see how much that is. That is a 1/4 cup. That means that's only, is that a 1/4 cup? Yeah, that means that should be about the right amount again. Okay. Good. All right, there's the lemon juice. So we got the lemon juice. Then we're going to do, I'm actually going to take this lemon juice and pre-measure it. So I'm going to pour it in here for a minute. Then how much water do I need? I need 1/2 cup of water. So let me get the 1/2 cup of water. Okay, here's 1/2 cup of water. And then we're going to put 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Like I said, this may be the whole thing, but let's look. That's, 1.5. 1.5. Okay, so there's our lemon juice. That lemon had a lot more juice in it. Okay, so that's our water and our lemon juice mixed. Then we also are going to need, now you can do 2 tablespoons of zest. I don't like bothering zesting a lemon. That's so much work. I don't like the little bits of zest very well. I like to use pure lemon extract in its place. So what you do is use just half the amount that it calls for in zest. Use that amount of lemon extract. Okay, so this calls for 2 tablespoons of zest. That means I need 1 tablespoon of extract. Oh, this is going to be strong because lemon extract is strong. And it says, let me look at it again. I want to make sure I'm looking at it right. 2 tablespoons. Yep, that's a tablespoon of zest. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of extract. Oh, man. Okay. Lemon extract. That's going to be, look at that. Ooh, that's going to be some lemon. But you only have a little bit of it in there. In the cupcake. So if it's real strong, I think it'll be fine. There won't be a lot to it. Okay, so let's do, all right, let's see where we're at now. We need 3 egg yolks. So I'm going to take, and you're going to save the egg whites because you're going to make meringue with the egg whites. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And you want really clean hands. Now you can do this however you like to divide your eggs. But I like to do it this way. I saw this on the Cooking Network one day. And to me, this was like the best. This is the best way I saw. So let's do 1 egg. So what I do is I open it up and I pour it into my hand. And you let the white slip through your fingers. And then you're left with the yolk. Look at that. Okay, so let's put that in there. Then I'm going to put the egg yolk in the pan on the stove. It is not turned on yet. It's just a pan on the stove. So I'm going to put that white in a different little bowl. I'm going to do that 2 more times. And you don't want to do it on top of the good egg white that you already have there, because if you ever slip and mess up and you get yolk in it, that way you only ruin that 1 egg and not what you've already done. So that's why you want to keep it separate. Because 1 little bit of egg yolk into the white, they're ruined. You won't be able to do anything with it. You won't be able to whip it. Okay, there's 2. Okay, so then we need 1 more. Egg separated. Now you can go back and forth if you want with the shell, but to me that's risky. You can nick the yolk and break it. I'm trying to see. There's a little bit left in there. And I don't want to do that. So I like it in the hand. I feel like I have control of it. All right, there's my 3 egg whites in the little bowl. And my 3 egg yolks are in my little pan. Now I am going to get a little whisk. get that ready to stir with. Let's see what else I need for this. Oops, 3 egg yolks I need. I think it just says put everything in the, let's see, make the lemon filling, the egg yolk, sugar, flour, salt, whisk in the lemon juice, lemon zest, water, and melted butter. Okay, so you're going to start with the egg yolks, the sugar, flour, and salt. Okay, so I'm going to need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So let's go over here now to our pan. So you see I have my 3 egg yolks in there. So I need my sugar, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, right? 3/4 of a cup. All right, there's my 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Still going to need that sugar later too. Then I'm going to need, I'm having the hardest time reading this. Let's move this over here. Okay, then I'm going to need 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Okay, let me get my tablespoon thing here. It's wet. Let me get it dry. 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is 1.5 tablespoons, so 3.5. And another 1.5 is 3. Right, there's that. We have 7 minutes left on those little cupcakes. Okay, so let's do, this says this is going to take about 7 minutes to cook this. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, mix them in them, let's see. Low heat. Okay, so let's turn on low heat. And then I also need the salt, so I need a pinch of salt. Okay. There you go, pinch of salt. All right, so let's now whisk all this together. Then it says to add okay, it says to whisk these together first. All right, there we go. Let's whisk them together first. I think it looks funny with these egg yolks like this, but this is what it says to do. So there we go. I hope this is going to work out. Never quite made it this way. So there's that. Then we're going to add our water, lemon juice, and lemon, well, it's not lemon zest, it's going to be lemon extract. Okay, I'm going to add that in. And then we're going to add, let's see, what does it say? And melted butter. So let's go ahead and put that in. There's our melted butter. Well, you know what? My butter kind of re-solidified. That's funny. I guess it's chilly enough in here. That never happens in Florida. Guess it's chilly enough that it did. Okay, here we go. Let's rewarm it again. There's our melted butter. Don't usually have that happen. My butter chilled back up. All right, let's hope that this is going to come together. I don't know about this. It looks like really lumpy right now. I never made this way before. So this says, increase heat to medium, whisking constantly, cook until the lemon filling is smooth and thick, about 7 minutes, remove from heat and set aside. Okay. So we are stirring. If this has a little lumps in it, I'm probably going to strain it. Right now it's kind of lumpy. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about this right here. But maybe once it gets really hot, it will be good. So while that's there, I'm going to get me a drink of water here. Thirsty. Alright. I'm just using this flat whisk. It's actually kind of a good idea to strain something like this anyway, in case you have any little bits of something in it. Then you won't get that in your filling. Yeah, see? All these little bits in there. And there's these little bits. So they are smaller than they were, though. So I'm hoping they go on and melt. So you're going to do this, it says, until it's thick. Smooth and thick. Okay. So while we're stirring, I'm going to try to see if I can't wash my, I need my beater. I'm going to let the water get warm. So I'm probably going to take a little break from stirring for a second. Wash my pan. And just hope I can get away with that. We're going to see. Everybody is busy tonight. Everybody is gone tonight. Usually, you know what? I'm a little late tonight. That's probably why. Little people usually like to watch me bake or cook. Woo, that was hot water. Okay, let me cook. Clean this right here. Oops, I went too far. So make sure, although I'm not going to use this whisk. I'm going to use the other one. Oh, we're getting a little good here. Getting a little better. Okay, let me wash this pan. Take the water right in here. There's so many little bowls in the way. Okay. I'm supposed to be stirring constantly, so just pretend I'm doing that. But I want to wash my bowl so I can make meringue in it in a minute. There. I just wanted to set it there to dry. So, like I say, I am assuming this is supposed to be like a lemon curd. Maybe I should have done my regular lemon curd recipe. I kind of wanted to try this one. Yeah, I do believe we are going to have to strain this one, but that's okay. We'll strain it. Let's see what it tells us to do when we're done. We made the cupcake. Make the meringue. Beat egg whites and salt till it starts to stiffen. Add sugar till peaks form. Then you are going to take a sharp knife, remove some of the filling of the center of the cupcake. We are kind of, sort of boiling. Let's turn it down a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely did not turn out smooth. It is lumpy. But we'll strain it and hope that this works. Look at it really says to like cool it longer than, like it doesn't tell you to refrigerate it or anything. I think I should have used my other curd recipe, although it does look really good, like it would taste good. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the heat. Because it's, I mean, like that's pretty thick. So let's take it off the heat. And let's check our cupcakes. All right, let's see what we have here. Here we go. Let's see what they look like. Let me get a little tester here. My tester's in there. It's usually either there or over here. Okay, it's not over here. Where'd you go, tester? Oh, here it is. It's a little tiny thing. Okay, well, let's get a hot pad. Let's see what we look. Ooh, we are pretty. Ooh, they are so soft and delicate looking. Look at that. But they do not look done. Let's put them back in there a couple minutes. Those are pretty looking little cupcakes. All right, let's see if we can strain this lemon filling in this bowl. And somewhere I have a strainer in here. I might have to crawl in here and find it. Ooh, making all kinds of racket. Where are you, strainer? All this out of the way here. This is one, but I'm looking for a different one, which I'm not seeing. I think I'm going to have to use this one. The other one is a little more fine, but I don't know where it is. Are you in there? Alright, we'll use this one. Okay, here we go. Let's get this bowl. And I'm going to put it in the sink. So here we go. Ah! We're going to check those again in a minute. That's where I'm heading right there. But first, we are going to check. Well, let's do this first. Let's pour. Oh yeah, this is nice and thick. I think this should work well. Okay, so we're just going to pour that in and strain. Now, it's probably not going to go through by itself. You're going to have to take a little spatula and push it through, but that's okay. We can do that. So if I do this again, I'm probably going to use my other lemon curd recipe, because it does not lump like that. All right, so here we go. It's time to give this a little look-see again. Okay. Ooh, they're so pretty. And they smell good too. Look at this. All right, let's see if they're done. That one is like the biggest one. That one is not done. Let's flip these around because they're actually more brown in the back. Okay. He's a little gooey. Look at that. Let's see. There it is. I'm trying to get you to see it. See right there? It's a little gooey. So let's put in a couple more minutes. Got to get that big one done. Alright, so let's go back here. Hello. We are straining our lemon filling. So I'm just pushing it through the strainer. It's falling through to the other side to get out any lumps. It's falling down into my bowl. Probably the more fine strainer would have been harder to do than this anyway, so this is probably a good one. So this should be nice and smooth. The filling. You just keep like pushing it through. You see all the lumps in there? Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go over here to the clean side. See if I can get it to go through. I'm just about done. There we go. I'd say that's pretty good. I don't want to use this spatula because it's got lumps. Let me dry it off. Let me get the lumpy part off. So this filling recipe, yeah, it wasn't too successful at keeping the lumps out. But let's see what it tastes like though. I do want to get that's sticking on here off of the bottom. Because a lot of it's just sticking to my strainer here. Look how much. Goodness, so much. Making such a mess. Such a mess. Okay, I gotta check the cakes again. Okay. I'm curious to taste this too. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, it does taste good. Lemony. Okay. As long as it doesn't taste bad. Alright. Let's check this. One more time. Okay, they're definitely got to be done now. They're browned. Okay, let's flip this around. Here we go. Let's go here. Whoops! I'm trying to keep from happening. My phone popped right off of the holder. Oh, did it flip around? No. Yes, it did flip around. At least it didn't hit end the video. Done that before, and I'm like, oh, hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, look at this. having catastrophes. Okay, I was hitting my off button. Luckily, it didn't go completely off. Apparently, my little weight is not heavy enough. It is not heavy enough. Okay. I want to go ahead and get this on here. Try to get some of this off my stringer. That is some goo. All right, here's my cupcakes. Let's take my little tester. That was the big cupcake right there. Okay, that's good. All right, so it says we're going to let these cool. What did it say? I want to get it off the stove, though. Getting the heat rack. We're going to let it cool on the rack. There we go. How long? 5 to 8 minutes. Okay. Okay, so we're going to set that timer. Then we're going to go back over here and make meringue. Let's see if we can do that without. Oh, I gotta have this. I'm sorry you're swimming. All right, this is my prop. It's a box. That's my thing to keep out. Looks good. Thank you. They look perfect. I hope so. Okay, so let me put my bowl back on here. Okay, and dry off my bowl. So we're going to have 3 egg whites and a pinch of salt and then a 1/4 cup of sugar. Okay, here's my bowl. Oh, there we go. Three egg whites. This is my 3 egg whites that I saved from before. I'm going to keep that water on to try to, I'm going to rinse that strainer. Okay, so then we're going to put in our beater. This is our whisk beater so we can make meringue. And then it says a pinch of salt. Okay, I'm going to get my salt back. I don't know if I remember putting salt in meringue before, but okay, there we go. Then we're going to lift this up and away we go. Okay, now we're going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, I wouldn't say this recipe is hard. It's not hard, but it has a lot of parts. So it's a little, well, it's not even all that time consuming because it bakes pretty fast. But I guess it just seems like a lot because it's got so many parts. So here we go. Here's my 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm going to drizzle in here. I'm going to put a little bit of it in this thing. This is going to be so interesting for cake. Because it's just meringue like you put on a pie. I've never had it on a cake, I don't believe. have a noise break and see how we're doing. How are our peaks doing here? Okay, we don't have good peaks yet. They're not bad. A little bit more. If I can quit bumping my phone, it might help. Let's check it now. Oh, we got it now. Okay, here we go. See? Stiff peak. Or you know, it doesn't have to be super stiff, but it's good. Okay, there's our meringue. Knock it off of the beater. Now we have 30 seconds. Look, how's that for timing? Okay, I'm going to check our cupcakes. Should be done. Sitting there chilling out. I'm looking for a specific thing here. Looking for, here's what I'm looking for, I think. Yep. Okay, so I have a little, look at these nifty little things. I don't know if this is the right size though. It says you want to take out a 1-inch hole. I don't know if that's a 1 inch. I think that's going to be too big. I don't think I have anything any smaller though, so I think I'm going to use that anyway. Let's see. Okay, we're going to take that out. Let's see what else I have up here. How big is this one? Is that smaller? Oh, that might work better. Yeah, this is smaller. Okay, let's use this. This is an oval one, but see, it's like a biscuit cutter, only teeny tiny. I think that's going to be more the right size. Let's try it. Okay, so let's go over here to the cupcakes. We're going to make a hole. And we're going to put the filling in. And it says to leave some at the bottom. So if I cut through with this, then probably I'm going to take something like a little fork. And I'm going to pull that little plug out. Oh, look at that. So you're going to make a little hole in there. If you don't have a fancy cutter, you can probably just use a knife. Look at that. You know what that is? Taste test. Haha. That's a pretty good cake. Now, it's not real terribly lemony, but I think that's where the filling comes in. Is that the filling is lemony. It's a moist cake, though. Okay, let's see. Trying to take some more of that out. I'm making kind of a crummy mess here. I think I might have gone too far with that one. You're supposed to leave some cake part at the bottom. Ooh, that's good right now. Because, you know, you want it to have a bottom. Maybe I should do the bigger. Let's try it. Let's try the bigger cutter, but maybe not as deep. Because I think I'm going to end up with weak bottom cupcakes. Let's try this. Because you don't want the ooey gooey to just fall through the bottom, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Rather than go deep, we're kind of going to go wide with the filling. Ooh, look at that. So you're just putting holes in them. Then we're going to put the meringue on as like icing, and we're going to put it back in the oven to brown the meringue. That one still went kind of low. I'm just like going like that, twisting it. Oh, see, that one came out pretty well. I want a little bit more, so I want a little bit more. I'm just going to take this little fork and pull a little bit more out. I think that should still be pretty good, okay? See, sometimes it pops out and sometimes it doesn't. So if I take the little fork, I can make it happen. There we go. But you could totally just do this with a knife or something. Just dig you a hole in it. That's really what we're doing. These are still pretty warm. Then we're going to fill it. This is the big one over here. I don't know why that would have more filling in it, I guess. Gonna fill these with that lemon filling. Then they're gonna be some lemon cupcakes. One there. One there. Okay. Pull that out of this one. So this is a little bit of extra work. So if you're in a super hurry, these are probably not the cupcakes for you. I mean, it's not terribly long, but a little bit long. I'll tell you what I want to do, though. I want to see what that tastes like with the curd. Oh, look at that. Or it's like lemon filling. Oh, yeah. Lemon. Oh, not good. All right, this right here. That's the magic right there. These cupcakes are kind of okay. They're just real plain. So you put this in. Ooh, yeah. Well, let's start here in the back. So we're going to put in lemon filling. This is just like lemon-filled. Have you ever had a lemon-filled donut? Oh, those are so good. I just have a neat little lemon surprise in this. Surprise! It's got lemon filling. Look how good that looks. I have a lot of filling, so we are going to fill these on up. I just want to make sure I don't like run out. Oh, get in there. That one. These are the skinnier ones. The fatter hole is the way to go. It's harder to fill the skinny hole. Can be done though. The wider and not as deep hole. Yep, that's what you want to do. Okay, so let's put that in there. That one in there. Trying to make sure it's all filled. There we go. This is still warm too, this lemon filling. Ooh, makes it good. I have a feeling these are going to be really messy cupcakes to eat. Like really messy. But that's okay. I would say definitely you're going to want to eat these with a plate and a fork. Because I think this is going to goosh all over the place. If you try to eat this in your hand, you're going to have a mess in your hand. So I would not, even though I haven't tried it, I would not recommend holding this in your hand and taking a bite. This is going to go everywhere, I think. It's going to be happiness everywhere. But it's going to go everywhere. Have you ever made any cupcakes like this? Look at that, how good that looks. Woo! And the scraps. You take a scrap and you put some of that lemon on it. Like that, you know. Taste test. That's the best part. That lemon filling. Oh. I think you could do this right here and be done. You could so be done and just eat them. Powdered sugar. Yeah. Even if it was a little lumpy, the lemon filling is good. Okay, so now let's take our meringue. Alright, what does it say to do? Divide dollops of meringue between the cupcakes, spreading out to the edge. Tap the back of a spoon to form peaks. Alright. Let's see. Like, there's no particularly special way to do this. Let me find a spreader. Something. Here we go. Okay. Let me take a big glop of meringue here. They have them in the picture. They're like enormously high with meringue, which I think is going to be also a big mess to eat. Get a fork and a plate. Definitely. Because here, they did it with a piping bag, which you could do it with a piping bag. This is upside down. But look how high they have those piled with meringue. Then, after we get the meringue on, we're going to brown it in the oven. like, you know, you would brown meringue on a pie. And I'm not really trying to make this super fancy. I'm just sticking it on here. I hope these don't fall off. You think they're going to adhere? Let's hope so. I really don't know. I'm hoping so. I'm making an awful lot of racket with this bowl on the stove. I just think these are going to be the biggest things the biggest, messiest things to take out of this pan. Not too sure I'm going to take them out without miniature little catastrophes, but we'll try. It's going to be challenging. Not 100% sure I want to try these again. These better be really good to want to do this again. This is kind of a lot of work. I guess it's really not a whole lot more than making icing. It's just that you had to make the filling, which was extra. These are going to be fun to transport as well. I think I'm just going to transport them in this pan. Okay, we got 3 to go after this one. You know, it isn't like, meringue is not the most spreading friendly stuff. It kind of has a mind of its own. And spreading is not its thing. Get back up on there. There we go. I don't think I have them done all that evenly either. Oh well. They're over there. That's the big Gigunda one. Not like I had the cupcakes that even either. I tried. Somehow this one's a monster. I will say this does leave you with quite a bit of stuff to wash too. I would say this is like a specialty thing. 2 to go. I'm getting down to the bottom. This is not a good scraper. Let me get a scraper. Okay, here we go. It is the right amount of meringue if you're going to make it this tall. Okay. Almost there. Little hard to corral it. Okay, down to the last little bit for that last one. There we go. Meringue cupcakes. I'm wondering too if this is going to be a little wet. You know, sometimes the meringue can be kind of wet. I wonder if it's going to make these cupcakes wet. Well, we gonna find out. But they're pretty. All right, here we go. Now, what's our final thing say? Okay. Return to the oven for 5 to 6 minutes until they're golden brown. Cool 10 minutes. Refrigerate an hour before serving. Well, we're not serving till tomorrow. But you're going to refrigerate it. Okay. In we go. 5 or 6 minutes. We'll do 5 minutes, and then I will take a picture. Whoops, that's 10. Okay, there we go. We'll take 5 minutes, and then we will check them. And then I will show you a picture of them. I'll put a picture in the comments. Hi, Karen. And we'll see how they turned out. So I hope you have a good night and enjoyed watching me bake. And goodness, that took about an hour and a half to make those. That's a long time to make 12 cupcakes. Whew. I don't know if it's been that long. It's been about an hour, though. Yeah, that's a bit long. Okay, so I'm going to go. You have a good night. Bye.